Have you ever found yourself focusing on a missed opportunity or second guessing a trade that you executed? If so, you're not alone. Trading regret can manifest in various ways, and it can lead to feelings of frustration, anxiety, and even a reduction in confidence. So today we're going to explore the psychology of trading regret and why it affects traders deeply. Most importantly, how to let it go. Throughout this presentation, we're going to uncover the psychological roots of trading regret and discuss common triggers that can lead to these feelings. We're also going to examine how regret impacts trading performance and the emotional and financial costs associated with it. So, by the end of our time together, you will have practical strategies and tools at your disposal to manage and overcome trading regret. I invite you to engage actively and take notes. Let's get started. So, what is trading regret? What does it look like? Trading regret is an emotional response that occurs when traders reflect on their past decisions and feel that they made poor or bad choices. Now, this can result in self-blame and frustration. And this complex feeling arises from various situations in trading, such as failing to act on a potential trade or profitable trade, or even holding on to a losing position for far too long. Now, understanding trading regret is essential for traders who wish to improve their mindset, psychology, and emotional resilience. So, at its core, trading regret is tied to the psychological concept of loss aversion too. Loss aversion, which is, of course, the tendency to prefer avoiding losses rather than acquiring gains, can mean that the pain associated with a loss often outweighs the joy of a corresponding gain. Now, when traders experience regret after a bad decision, they start to focus on their actions, what went wrong, rather than acknowledging what went right. Now, this fixation can even result in increased anxiety and self-doubt. The emotional weight of trading regret can be significant and manifests as feelings of frustration and disappointment. So, for instance, a trader who regrets missing a profitable trade, they may feel pressured to make impulsive decisions in future trades, hoping to recover perceived lost profits in the past. Trading regret is a very common emotional challenge that many traders face, and it often leads to counterproductive behaviors such as overtrading and revenge trading. Now, at the heart of trading regret lies something known as cognitive dissonance. This occurs when a trader holds conflicting beliefs or attitudes, such as knowing they should stick to their plan but acting otherwise. Now, when these impulsive deviations result in poor outcomes, the regret intensifies and it creates a mental tug of war that can really destabilize even the most experienced traders. So, the internal conflict often results in cognitive dissonance, where the discomfort of regret can cause traders to swing between being overly cautious and excessively emotional. In such states, decision-making becomes compromised, and instead of learning from mistakes, traders may fall into the anxiety or cycle of anxiety and impulsivity. Now, this not only affects performance, but can also reduce confidence over time. So, to manage trading regret effectively, it's essential for traders to develop this deep awareness of their emotional patterns, acknowledging that all traders experience regret at some point, and this can help reduce the isolation that many feel when dealing with their emotions. So, in essence, trading regret is a psychological response triggered by perceived mistakes or missed opportunities, and it can be often exacerbated by cognitive biases too, like loss aversion and the discomfort of dissonance. So if this isn't managed, it can really spiral into a negative emotional pattern that impacts both your trading performance and your mental well-being. But with the right mindset and tools, traders can transform regret from a source of frustration into an area for growth and resilience. Now, let's dive deeper and look into the psychological roots of regret. Let's look into this. Now, trading regret is an emotional response, as mentioned, which is deeply rooted in several psychological factors. So, by you understanding these influences, it's going to help you learn how to manage your emotions and really improve your trading performance and mindset. So, these psychological roots of trading regret can be attributed to 4 key concepts: loss aversion, cognitive dissonance, rumination, and the role of self-identity. So, loss aversion, a fundamental principle in behavior or behavioral economics, highlights that people are more sensitive to losses than to equivalent gains. In trading, this often results in a heightened emotional reaction to losses compared to the pleasured gains from successful trades. Now, when a trader makes a poor decision, such as holding on to a losing position for too long or missing out on a good opportunity, the resulting regret can be profound. This is intensified by the fear of losing money or further potential gains. Consequently, traders may become overly cautious or even avoid future trades due to the fear of experiencing this pain and regret again. So what happens is this starts to create a cycle where the fear of loss leads to inaction. Now, going on to cognitive dissonance, this occurs when a trader holds conflicting beliefs which lead to discomfort and mental stress. Now, in trading, this often happens when traders deviate from their strategies and their plan. So I'll give you an example. A trader might have a carefully crafted plan to enter or exit a position at a specific price or through their indicators. Now, when the trade goes poorly, they experience regret stemming from the internal conflict between their belief in their strategy and the reality of their decision making. So to reduce this discomfort, traders may engage in self-justification, rationalizing their choices rather than learning from mistakes. So this perpetuates a harmful cycle of regret and impaired performance. So next, rumination. The tendency to focus on negative thoughts and experiences plays a significant role in trading regret. In this context, it often manifests as replaying past trading mistakes in one's mind and fixating on what went wrong. Now, this mental loop can create or make it difficult for traders to focus on the present and make better decisions in future trades. So instead of learning from their mistakes, traders may become trapped in a cycle of regret and being self-critical. This can affect perception and performance going forward. Now, this constant rumination can also increase stress and anxiety, further affecting a trader's confidence and pushing them away from their passion and their well-established strategy. So now we're going to talk about the role of self-identity. This is an essential yet overlooked aspect of trading regret, and it's linked to a trader's self-identity. Now, many traders tie their self-worth to their trading outcomes, and they view losses or poor decisions as personal failures. Now, this connection between trading performance and self-image intensifies the emotional weight of regret, and in turn, this can damage confidence and create a negative self-perception. Now, when traders begin to view themselves solely through the lens of their trading results, the emotional burden of regret can feel and be overwhelming. And this starts to create a barrier to progress and personal growth. So let's talk about some of the common triggers of trading regret. Trading regret is a significant emotional burden, and it impacts both mindset and performance and well-being. So recognizing the common triggers of trading regret is vital for managing these emotions and helping you move forward. So below are some of the primary triggers that can often lead to trading regret. Now, the first one is missing a good trade. One of the most frequent triggers of trading regret is missing out on a potential good opportunity. This can occur for a variety of reasons, such as indecision or unexpected market movements. Now, when traders witness a surge in value after choosing not to enter, they can experience intense feelings of regret. Now, this trigger is particularly powerful as it combines the fear of loss with the emotional pain of missing out on a good gain. The result is often frustration and even a sense of inadequacy, because traders just dwell and focus on the opportunity that they let slip away. Now, the next one is exiting a position too early. Traders may close a position to lock in profits only to watch it continue to rise and go towards their take profit. This will lead to a deep sense of regret as they reflect on the gains they missed out on by not holding onto their position longer. And this is really common for traders. Now, the thought of what could have been often leads traders to second guess their potential and their abilities. And this can cause anxiety about future trades. Now, the next one is, of course, poor risk management, bad risk management. Failing to apply proper risk management is a frequent area that leads to regret. Now, traders may enter positions without adequate stop losses or setting unrealistic profit targets. So when the trade goes against them, they not only regret the financial loss, but they also feel responsible for not sticking to their solid risk management plan. This regret can also be compounded by a sense of self-blame as traders recognize they neglected to follow their own rules. Now, the next one is making emotional decision making. Many traders regret decisions that they made impulsively, and it can bring up feelings of lack of self-worth, frustration. So when traders act on impulse, they literally do not follow their trading plan, as we know. And what happens upon reflection, they regret allowing their emotional state to dictate their actions, knowing that they should have made a more rational approach and it would have served them better. So the next one is comparison with others or other traders. Now, social media and online trading communities have made it easier than ever to compare oneself with other traders. Now, observing others' successes can lead to feelings of inadequacy, and it can cause traders to question their own potential and their strategies. This comparison often pushes traders to make rash decisions in an urgency to get to where their peers or other traders are. So they start to abandon their own process and they start to really trade impulsively. And this isn't a good thing. Now, overtrading. This is a common trigger for regret, typically driven by the desire to recover losses. And traders who overtrade often make numerous transactions or trades without clear strategies. And this leads to increased losses and financial costs. Now, after the dust settles, these traders frequently regret their lack of discipline, wishing they had followed their trading plan. But of course, what happens is emotional trading took over. Now, of market volatility and unexpected events. So what can the impact of regret have on a trader's mindset? It can have a real huge effect on a trader's mindset and, their potential and ability. So here are several key ways in which regret can undermine trading performance. So there can be a hesitancy in trading decision making. So regret often leads to increased hesitation when making trading decisions. Traders may second guess themselves, and after experiencing regret from a previous trade or a big setback, traders may second guess their analysis, and this will cause delays or even avoidance into entering or exiting positions. Now, it can also lead to missed opportunities as traders wait for the perfect moment instead of following their trading strategy. Also, traders who suffer significant regret often become overly cautious. The fear of repeating past mistakes can lead to this reluctance to taking risks. This mindset shift might result in smaller position sizes, avoidance of, potential trades, or being overly conservative. This mindset shift might result in smaller or taking smaller position sizes or just avoidance altogether. Now, while caution can be wise, excessive risk aversion may prevent traders from seizing potential or profitable opportunities, and it will limit their growth and potential. So overtrading and impulse decisions, we know that trading regret can cause both of these. It can also cause emotional burnout, because the emotional toll of trading regret can lead to burnout. And I've seen it many, many times in the past. This ongoing cycle of regret and fear and even frustration takes a toll on mental well-being, and it makes it difficult to maintain focus and discipline. Now, when traders become emotionally exhausted. They struggle to stick to their plans. This mental fatigue will lead to poorer decision making. Now, regret can also change perception and cloud a trader's judgment. It can impair their ability to analyze the markets objectively. Now, when emotions from past trades, they linger, they may struggle to assess market conditions based on data and logic. Instead, they may be influenced by the emotional weight from previous trades. So this emotional interference can lead to poor decision making and harming trading performance. Also can have an impact, a reinforcement of a negative mindset. Frequent regret reinforces a negative mindset. It will reduce and affect a trader's confidence, and this self-doubt creates a negative cycle where fear of future regret really affects their performance. Now, a negative mindset can block traders from learning from mistakes, and it can really affect also negatively their long-term development and limiting their potential. Now, this effect or the effects of trading regret can have a serious long-term consequences here. Traders who fail to address their emotional responses may find themselves trapped in this negative cycle of poor performance and emotional stress. And in some severe cases, this may lead to traders completely giving up trading and quitting altogether. The impact of trading regret is far-reaching, and it can affect all areas, including health, mindset, and performance. So viewing regret differently as a learning opportunity rather than a source of shame and guilt and frustration will empower traders. It will help them to improve their performance and to achieve greater success in trading. So let's briefly touch on the role of reflection in overcoming regret. You know, self-reflection and awareness can help traders to gain insights and build better emotional resilience. So here's how reflection can transform regret into a more constructive behavior. So reflection is a process of thoughtfully analyzing past experiences, and it's going to help you to gain more awareness, insights, so that you can learn from them. For traders, this means like reviewing trades and emotional responses and understand what worked, what didn't, and why. So it's essential to distinguish between reflection and rumination here. Reflection is a constructive, growth-orientated process, and where rumination involves repeatedly focusing on negative experiences without learning from them. So there's many benefits to reflection. It's going to help you to gain more insights and awareness. It's going to help you to identify successful strategies, techniques going forward. It's going to improve your emotional control and management. So I highly recommend journaling and just taking some time away from the charts to do some self-reflection and some inner work. So a few techniques that can help you let go of trading regret is, self-compassion. Really finding that compassion within you, focusing on the positives in yourself, how far you've come, and not comparing yourself to others, and just really being the observer. You can do visualization. So one of the techniques that I would use is called the balloon technique. So when you visualize, what you would do in that balloon is you would have all of your regrets in this balloon. Now it does work, it's very powerful, but you would visualize all of your past regrets in this balloon, and you would visualize it just floating up away from you in the sky. It can feel quite physical sometimes, but I would try that technique as well. Of course, hypnosis and meditation. You can listen to hypnosis and guided meditation to help you let go of regret and to become your biggest supporter. So all of these techniques can help you to let go of regret, because it's only going to build more resistance and it's going to hold you back. So we've now come to the end of the presentation. I hope this has helped you to gain a better understanding of trading regret, the consequences of trading regret, to let you know that you're not alone and that most traders have experienced this or experienced trading regret, and more importantly, how to let go of it, because it's only holding you back in trading and in life. So there's many different techniques that you can use and strategies, but the first thing is to be self-aware if you are holding on to trading regret. So I'm here if you have any questions or you need any support, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.